Most homeowners agree that when they bought their home, well, it may not have been the perfect home. The price was good and the terms were fair, and they kind of figured that, you know, for the stuff that they wanted to add, they could go ahead and do that, through time as money allows. But what if I told you that you didn't have to wait years down the line, as money allowed to have that perfect home? Yeah, I'm suggesting that you actually buy one of those ugly homes that you've been passing on for the last several months. Why would I want you to buy a home that needs a lot of work? Well, the answer is really easy, because today's rehabilitation loans combined with the purchase money loans will allow you to go ahead and take one of those ugly homes that nobody wants, make the changes that you want in a very short amount of time, provide the funds to make it possible, and it gives you that end home, that perfect home that was on the perfect street but wasn't a good fit. Now it's still on that perfect street and it's a perfect fit. And I'm suggesting you can likely spend a lot less money. So let's talk about the three very popular rehab loans available to you today. The first one is the FHA 203K. Now, there's two parts to the 203K. It's the standard and the limited. The 203K standard is essentially a government loan that still allows, as its FHA, only a 3.5% down payment. And it's easy to qualify for, really. And it has the purchase money for the house, as well as no maximum as far as rehab funds. You just can't have it over 96.5 loan to value for the primary residence, or no more than 110% of the as is appraised, as completed appraised value for the primary residence. So it's very, very flexible as far as doing the changes you want. And you could do anything with it. Honestly, you could even build an ADU, an accessory dwelling unit, with the funds. You could buy a single family residence or 1 to 4 units and actually add an ADU, which essentially gives you an income producing property to help, service the loan itself. It's brilliant. I don't know why more people aren't doing this. So that's the 203K standard. But what if you have a house that pretty much checks all the boxes, but the kitchen is extremely dated. The bathrooms need a lot of help. Maybe it needs a new roof. Certainly needs flooring. My goodness, the landscapes, abysmal. In situations like this, the 203K limited may be a better fit. And the 203K limited is the purchase money, as well as an additional up to $35,000 to go ahead and address, the kitchen remodel, the bathroom remodel, the flooring, the roof. It is, again, very, very easy to qualify for, and it gives you just enough to go ahead and take that home that is in the right location, but it just isn't the right style for you. Well, the 203K limited can make that happen. It can actually change that style to be right for you. And again, the difference between the two, the limited and the standard, is not just the cap at $35,000. The 203K limited won't allow you to move load bearing walls or work with foundations, structural type stuff. That's where you'd want to go ahead and deal with the standard. But like I said, the standard, anything goes. The next one would be the conventional, whereas the 203K FHA product, government, the conventional loans are out there as well. So you have not only the home style renovation loan through Fannie Mae, but Freddie Mac has their own choice renovation. And these are similar to the FHA loan. They are just for primary residences. But these two also will allow you to go ahead, additional funds to not only do the rehab of these homes, but they also allow you to build ADUs. And in the case with these two conventional products, that ADU can be a detached accessory dwelling unit. So you're talking about a standalone rental, or perhaps something for extended family right there on the same property. Again, brilliant opportunity. to not only go ahead and take that ugly home in the right location, but recreate it to something that you would absolutely love as your forever home. But it also allows for that income building opportunities with the ADUs. So again, really attractive loans disguised as rehab loans. So here we are. For those, their loan amount, I'm reading here, goes all the way up to 75% of the purchase price plus the renovation costs, as or 75 of the completed appraised value. So in these conventional scenarios, you are going to need to come in with a little bit more money down because again, the FHA, you only have to put 3.5% down. But appreciate that with these conventional rehab loans, something brilliant happens. Simply because you're using a conventional rehab loan and because the inherent value of the entire property is going to be far higher once the completed rehab is done, you're going to be that much closer to being able to get rid of your mortgage insurance. Again, you'll remember that conventional loans, whereas they have mortgage insurance initially, once you reach that 80% loan to value mark or that 20% equity, by actually using these rehab loans, you're going to get to that 20% equity far, far faster. So in this particular case, not only with these rehab loans, you're going to be able to go ahead and buy a house for cheaper because it's been sitting on the market and it's not attractive and you're not going to have competitive bidding, but you're also going to get a back end benefit in the form of getting rid of your mortgage insurance that much faster. So looking at, again, the options today, the rehab loan really does give a person an opportunity to kind of rethink. Because what I see too often is the A-plus properties, the best properties that come on the market, they get the most amount of energy and excitement. They get bid up. Potentially, sometimes they actually have a buyer perhaps paying too much money. In this case, you're removing yourself from that. And all you're doing is just revisiting those ugly houses that you've passed on. Take a look at them with maybe new and creative eyes. And if you're willing to do that, there's certainly loan programs out there from knowledgeable lenders such as Home Again that can help you go ahead and make this change happen. I'll finish with this. Yeah, you're going to have contractors in your home. And there's some, funny movies out there about how that can be. And obviously it's not very funny. It's going to be a pain in the butt for an amount of time, but they have very specific times in which they need to start and complete. So it's not going to be a forever thing. In fact, some cap at 6 months, and so go beyond 6 months as far as construction time. But the reality is this: you're going to save money buying. You're going to save money on the ownership. You're going to drop your mortgage insurance faster, and all you did was just essentially, uh, create what you wanted rather than buying it straight out of the box and perhaps overpaying for it in that case. Hope this makes sense. Any questions, feel free to go ahead and give me a call directly. Thanks so much.